Hey everybody, so it's Monday. That means Mommy Monday is happening. It's called Mommy Monday because I'm a mommy, but of course this can go out to any parent, grandparent, daddies. Take note of these items. These are some of the must-have items that I think every baby 0 to 3 months can use. Now, that being said, must-haves are very trial and error with your own child. Every baby is different. And there's so much stuff out there. Try it and it might work wonders for you and your family. So this item right here is the Boppy Lounger, and this is still one of my very favorite items. He doesn't lay in it anymore, obviously, because he's way too long for it. But my baby Camden is almost 8 months old, and now we use it to place under like a jumperoo or, you know, kind of a little barrier for him when he's sitting up in case he goes timber. It's there to break his fall. But originally it was used obviously just to have him lay in it, maybe take a little cat nap in it. We also took this thing traveling with us and we would just put it on our laps, or if we were lucky enough to have like a bulkhead or something on the airplane, we'd set it on the floor and he would just lay and sleep in it. This thing, I mean, if you check out my Instagram from when he was itty bitty, every single picture almost is him half naked with no shirt on and in this thing. So we definitely got the best use out of it. Next item is the Sleep Sheep. This little cozy plush guy is a sound machine. Now, I guess technically this can go into the tech mommy must-haves that I'm gonna be filming later. It's awesome. It has 4 different sounds. Stream, rain, ocean, whale, and it also has a timer, so you can set it to 23 or 45 minutes and it'll automatically go off. This thing my baby loves because he's just a very auditory sensitive child, so he likes actually a lot of white noise in order to sleep better. So Sleep Sheep was great. Also, honorable mention in the sleep noise sound machine category would be this guy. And actually we used him before we used the Sleep Sheep because we were also gifted this and I wasn't really aware of how awesome the Sleep Sheep was. But it's a little seahorse sound machine. You press his belly and he plays very soothing music and it lights up just to like a little amber glow, not too bright. And it has little bubble noises. Anyway, this thing plays for 5 minutes and then turns off automatically, or you press his belly again and he turns off. So the great thing about this is that, you know, it's very portable. You can just throw it in the crib or lay it next to them. And we had a co-sleeper which had side pockets, and we would just stick it in this outside side pocket and play it. And anytime he got up in the middle of the night for a feeding and to go back to sleep, we would just turn this on. It was very soothing for parents as well. So mom and dad might like this. The only issue I did have with it later on, I think closer to like 2 or 3 months, is because it only plays for 5 minutes, he wouldn't fall asleep in that 5 minutes and then he'd be like, okay, where's my awesome seahorse music? Play it again, mommy. So we just needed to get something that had a little bit longer playtime. This nifty slash disgusting slash awesomely weird item is the Nose Frida. If you haven't heard of the Nose Frida, it's basically a nasal aspirator. And this thing is great because it's just more sanitary. I know you would probably think it isn't because this syringe looking thing kind of goes around the nose, but in comparison to the bulbs that you get when you leave the hospital, they're basically like a syringe bulb, and that is used to suction out snot or any sort of extra liquid in the baby's mouth. But this is actually more sanitary and it just works a whole lot better. You can wash all the different parts. With those bulbs, if water gets down into the bulb, it gets moldy. And if you've ever YouTubed or Googled, you know, mold in a bulb, it's disgusting. You can stick this in the dishwasher. It's 3 or 4 parts, and it has a little filter down here. This obviously goes around the baby's nostril when they're tiny, and then you kind of make sure that there's a nice suction, and you just suck like a straw. I just use short little, and it just sucks it all right out. There's an immediate gratification sucking his boogers out this way. This is, I think, $15. You can get them at Target and online. I highly, highly recommend these. All right, when you're in your baby basics or your classes, when you're learning about newborns and how not to let them die, swaddling is definitely a topic that is talked about a lot. Aiden and Anae makes great swaddle blankets, those oversized kind of muslin, the bamboo type are the softest. Those are great for swaddling, but there's a definite technique, and if you don't do it right, then it kind of defeats the purpose. Now, we knew how to do it, and we watched the Happiest Baby on the Block video where it shows you how to swaddle correctly. But when we brought Camden home, he was an arm baby. Like, he wanted to have his arms out. He sleeps with his hands over his head, and he never liked to have them near his sides or up on his chest or anything. So we still needed to keep him kind of bundled up tight to feel secure, and temperature is also a factor, but we just couldn't swaddle him because he would Houdini right out of it. So what we did is we found these swaddle Velcro, what are these called? These are the summer Swaddle Me swaddles, and so basically it goes underneath their armpit, or if they're tiny, then right above the cap of their shoulder, and it can kind of angle down this way. And yes, I'm wearing a scrunchie. And I have like the 80s/90s hair flip with the plaid shirt. God, I'm so grunge and 90s right now. Anyway, side note, and these are great because it was the perfect amount of material. He's a very hot baby. He was born in August, and we were having like a huge heat wave that month into September as well. But this just worked out great. There's a little slit in the back right where their bum is, so you can kind of do a diaper check if you wanted to just look down through their diaper. That's where you do that. But yeah, it just kind of comes around their chest, so you can make that nice and tight, and then these Velcro little ears wrap in front. So it's perfect for, you know, babies that don't want their arms down by their sides. It was a sad day when he outgrew these, which happened very fast because he doubled his birth weight within the first 2 months. But anyway, Swaddle Me Swaddles by Summer. Awesome. Another video I have scheduled for you guys is a video all about breastfeeding. So this next item could technically go into that video, but I wanted to touch base on it as a must-have for 0 to 3 months because I mean, I did breastfeed, and these were just the best things ever. And what am I talking about? These crazy looking silicone pasties. Well, they're breast pads, but they're not the typical breast pad that you always see or that people get you for your baby showers. The cotton ones that are disposable. Those are okay. I just didn't like them because you could still see them through your clothes. Now, when I had my baby, it was August and it was super hot, and I was only wearing, you know, maxi dresses if I got fancy, but if I wasn't, I'd just wear like a sports bra and a tank top. And I just didn't want to wear a breast pad in there that you could still see through your clothes. It just was creased weird, and it doesn't fit very flush. They're by Lily pads, by the way. They are kind of expensive. I think they run close to 30-40 bucks. But you're saving so much money by just buying a one-off because these are washable and they just stick to your skin. So they go right on your boob and they stick. Well, obviously that's not my boob, so it doesn't stick. You do have to be careful if you're gonna have a huge letdown, an unexpected letdown, and the milk kind of puddles in here. It does stay in there, but when you go to peel it off to say breastfeed or to clean up or whatever, just be careful because the milk's gonna go all down your stomach and stuff. So just have a little burp cloth or a towel ready. And the last item I have to talk about is a baby carrier. Now there's a million of them out there. I use the Ergo Baby now that Camden's almost 8 months. He's bigger and he can face out. It's great for when we travel. But I was looking for something when he was ultra little and, you know, had no head control, not only to take him on walks, but, you know, to go to the grocery store or to just have him on me when I needed to get stuff done around the house. So baby carrying is awesome. I'm a huge advocate for baby carrying and baby wearing. But the problem with those fancy wrap ones, you know, and there's a ton of hippy dippy ones out there. I had the Boba wrap, and it's just a ton of fabric, and it's difficult to tie on. And I know some of you will be like, it's really not that difficult. Well, for me, I just didn't have time to sit and watch a tutorial or go through the instructions with my husband step by step to try to get this thing on me to put my baby in. So ain't nobody got time for that, right? Plus it was way too hot for him. He was a sweaty baby in that thing. So I found the Baby Katan. What it is basically 2 loops of fabric, basically no tie, no clasp, no Velcro, anything. And it works fantastic for little babies to either carry them in a cradle position or in the little froggy position where they're facing you and their head is out. We use this to travel to Hawaii for the first time. I bring him in this, you know, through security and everything, and you just don't have to worry about snapping and anything. It's so easy to get the baby in. I'll have the link below to show you how it works because it is really simple, and as far as an online tutorial, it's way quicker than anything else. So Baby Katan, they come in a bunch of different sizes. I have an extra small because you do want it snug. But they come in different colors. There's different materials now, so I love the Baby Katan. All right, well that's it for my mommy must-have items for 0 to 3 months. I hope that some of these items give you some good ideas if you're pregnant or if you're going to a baby shower on what to get new mommies. These are just very accessible items that I used a ton of. They worked so well for us, and Camden loved all of them. I wish I could still use some of them because they just were perfect for us. If you guys have any suggestions as far as items that you think are must-haves, then leave them in the comments below and I will be sure to respond to you guys on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Just hit me up there, follow me. Links are in the down bar. And I will see you guys in my next video on Monday. Bye, have a great week.